It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, who that boy named Nolan? Coming straight up out the swamps, I feel like it's New Orleans. Finna drop another flavor pack, bitch, I'm McCormick. 5'4", but my style enormous. I woke up fresh, my swag is alarming. Hold up, I gotta pace myself. When I rap, I race myself. On the tracks, I amaze myself. I ain't got enough ops, nigga might just waste myself. And I bet that shit gon' sell, I'm self-made. Well paid, I don't fuck when niggas need a barricade. Man, fuck your album, need a hairnet. Got 2 straps, Nike Air Raids. I'm in my creative player phase. Every setting, I'm a 99. I just signed on a dotted line with my hair looking like Einstein. Flow kill him like cyanide. Bread it up, Lon John Silver. All cash like a drug dealer with the same teeth on Reggie Miller. Bitch, I need queso, pesos. Brands on me like racer clothes. Too much drip on my A-flow. Pockets feel like egg rolls. Health insurance, no HMOs. Got a new record on HBO. Fuck the radio. No military, I'm signing up for Navy Federal. Ayy, they say not to brag. I need to be more humble. Ayy, verse, I be going dumber. Like the hoes on no jumper. Keep my cars on airplane. I don't even really need a phone number. Backstage, I just curved them out. Hit the jets on a light road runner. I'm that nigga. Yeah, flow on glacier. Y'all don't get my nomenclature. Kill the beat, that's Nolan's nature. Watch your tone, my homies on papers of birth styles. Hot like a first down. I just spit like a 30 cal. Too versatile. Gotta talk money if it's worthwhile. I don't converse with clowns, but nigga.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. We're going to be talking about Drake in this particular video. But in this video, we're going to be talking about how he is attempting to reconnect out there in New Orleans. As y'all know, the last time that Drake was like really at the height of his career, you know what I'm saying, really like having big, huge success, that was during the time period of like the In My Feelings and, you know, stuff like that. He was tapping in with New Orleans bounce, the Kiki, Do You Love Me? Like that was going super crazy, super viral, had the whole dance community going wild. People was jumping out their cars, letting their car ghost ride the whip down the street. Like that was like the last time I've seen Drake like really being like universally embraced to a high level. That's not to say that he hasn't, because he still has a massive fan base. It's not to say that people don't like his music or haven't liked his music, but that's the last time where it was like a somewhat unanimous, like, oh, this dude is just like an unavoidable force, right? And of course, tapping in with that New Orleans bounce, that's what did it. So now that the chips are down, Kendrick Lamar's already done his performance out at the Super Bowl. Everybody's done the think pieces. People are still dissecting it. People are still talking about it. That was in New Orleans. All the debate about Lil Wayne and all of that other stuff, that's behind us now. But now that is behind us, we have Drake basically coming in and tapping in with I won't say unknown artist because I don't know this young lady's story by the name of OnlyHeaven. But apparently she was supposed to have a feature on the Some Sexy Songs for You album. For whatever reason, it didn't make the cut. I think it was due to sample clearance issues or something. But he decided to take to his plot twist page. Of course, that's where he leaks his music, sends subliminal messages, posts memes, and, you know, basically does shit posts all day on Instagram. So he ends up leaking out this collaboration that he did with this young lady. And so far, we don't have like the finished version. It's not completely mixed and mastered, or there's a version of a mix that's up. Perhaps it'll be released at a later time if they can get it figured out. Maybe this will be something that comes out on a project of her own so that she can really kind of blow up off it. We don't hear Drake on it, but what we do hear is an early demo of some vocals that she laid down on a track that he wanted to share on the album he just dropped. But again, due to sample clearance legal constraints, they weren't able to make it happen. So let's go ahead and check this out. Hopefully we don't get struck. Hopefully Web Sheriff is off duty right now. So let's hear, you know what I mean? Because one thing that people have liked about Drake throughout his career is his ability to tap in with other artists, give them opportunity, collaborate with people who might not be all the way at the surface yet. The folks that really love him, that's one of their calling cards, and one of their reasons as to why they love him is, you know, the collaboration aspect. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the artist ends up feeling disparaged. We still have Big Baby Drum out here. He feels like this Nokia record that's out is poaching from some of his recent music as well. So we know what happened with that as well when it came to that whole Broccoli, what was the damn song? Hotline Bling situation. So Baby Drum is still like, yo, this nigga's still pulling from me. But in this instance, he's at least giving credit. He's tagged her on the post, and maybe one day this song will be officially released.
One and only in the motherfucking building. Joe with the dread, push the motherfucking beat. Cause last night, I was up on the chosen star that I could fuck your nigga in your car. I know that dick's so big cause I can see get in the dark. Now let's go and I pray that he put this pussy in his face. And he dream about me each and every day. Come on. He dream about me each and every day. Cause picture this, bitch, he been planning this out. How he gon' pick me up, drop me off on your couch. And when I ask about you, he tell me, hell, stop playing. This house ain't no home, it's just where I'm staying. It be them late nights, you be stuck at work. I be all up in your sheets, bitch, doing that dirt. He making me hurt. Bitch, why I'm wearing his shirt while you on alert? But we stand very alert, so don't bust in. He telling you I'm his best friend, I really don't care. I think this my favorite affair. He pulling my hair. Yeah, bitch, you think I tell you stacking his bread, but he still giving me head. He feed you with lies while he look you in your eyes. He tell me the truth, how he don't want beat with you. Delusional sick, I still make him pay my rent. He living for free, bitch, you still sucking his dick. You stupid as fuck. What's love without the trust? Y'all both just stuck. It can't be me, bitch, you a duck.
And I don't think she sound bad. She has a voice, she has a cadence, she has a presence on the track that I have to, as a rapper, as a somebody who actually pays attention to music. Like, I think she has potential. And the shit funny as fuck. Now, when I say I'm gonna have to retract my statement, I'm gonna have to retract my statement that this song will ever officially be released. Mint Condition is not clearing this. The label behind Mint Condition, they not clearing this shit because it's extremely vulgar. And one thing that ends up happening sometimes with legacy acts, people that have been around for a long time, excuse me, songwriters and publishers, is if they don't agree with the messaging of your sample, that can be one of the reasons that they don't clear it and they don't allow you to use it. Or they'll end up charging you like an exorbitant fee, or taking, if not all the royalty money, they take the majority of it, because it's like, yo, I didn't ask you to sample my song. Y'all went out and did something with it. That's cool. I appreciate it. But I don't agree with the message of the song. I don't agree with the lyrics of the song. And as much as you might believe that this could be a reintroduction to a new audience, a young audience, or what have you, this may not be the type of introduction we want for our music due to the way that you're using it. So I don't think that's going to come out, especially for an unknown artist. The best bet was to get it on that Sexy Songs for You project. But again, it never got worked out. And I think I'm pretty close as to why it didn't get worked out. It was either you going to have to pay us everything, or y'all going to have to mutilate the song in a way that let me not say mutilate. Y'all going to have to change and manipulate the song to be much more palatable for the radio or a more mainstream audience to take it in. But shout out to New Orleans artist OnlyHeaven. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything against her. I don't know her. This is my first time hearing her. And I know some people are going to automatically go against her because she did a song with Drake or she worked with Drake. And there are some people out there that say anybody that works with Drake is an op. But I don't know her. I don't know enough about her to disparage her or disrespect her. All I can say is that shit was funny as fuck. That shit had me cracking up. Not the dick so big she could see it in the dark. Now, how does that work? You got night vision, baby. What she say? She's what's up on a star? She gonna fuck a nigga in your car? Fuck your nigga in your car? That is flagrant. Damn. But shout out to the people that's living that life, busting it open to other people's significant others in their car. I don't subscribe to that lifestyle, but for those of y'all that do and live it loudly and proudly, hey, y'all could go to Plot Twist and run that bit one good time. Good golly gracious. I feel like I just listened to a whole goddamn Pornhub soundtrack in 2 minutes. Now I ain't gonna lie, Drake. That was a clever attempt to tap back in with NO, but we'll see. Maybe they'll come together and do something else in the future, and maybe that'll be the one that gets her out there. But she is getting a following. He did tag her. It did get a lot of views on IG. It did get a lot of people interested in her. She does have her own project out that dropped in the year of 2025. So hopefully that could drive some streams up for her and, you know, put her on, because she's got her own pursuit of music. She's got her own family to take care of, her own dreams, aspirations. And I'm not a dream killer, you know, especially if I could hear some form of potential. So best of wishes to Miss OnlyHeaven. All right. But that's Drake and P&D. And they didn't even appear on that motherfucker, which I find interesting. Now, in other Drake news, we've already talked about how the project is expected to rise up the ranks next week on the Billboard charts. I believe most of the songs from the project are also going to be going up the charts on Billboard, as his fans have been rallying and putting together streaming parties. And they even put out like a... Y'all remember when Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, and all those different artists were talking about, hey, you know, pull up the album and let it play during your sleep and let it rock for the next 6 hours, or, you know, shit like that. Some of his fans ended up putting that out online. They're doing all types of different tactics to ensure the success of the project. I find that to be very interesting, because do you like the music, or do you just want to see the artist get numbers? You know what I'm saying? Like that. I've never subscribed to just stream farming and stuff like that. And not to mention, some artists have literally gotten their music pulled, and you know, smaller artists that have tried to employ these tactics have literally gotten their music pulled off of streaming platforms for trying to pull these types of tactics. But for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, of course, these major artists, they don't face that type of consequence. But I found it strange that one of the biggest artists in the world would have to do that when that was never the case before. But, you know, like I stated, Ariana, Bieber at one point, they've stopped doing that, but I do remember like 2-3 years ago, that was a thing. So we'll see how that plays out for him. We also have Adin Ross coming out, still swinging for Drake in the media. And we're also going to get into Ray Daniels, who he likes Drake, but he's got some words for him as well. So we're going to play both of those videos. And these are kind of juxtaposing positions about how all of this has played out and is continuing to play out in the public eye. So first we'll play Adin, then we'll play Ray Daniels.
To kind of
But that was kind of a big W for Drake, I think, the Super Bowl performance, right?
Oh, for sure.
Because like if you compare past Super Bowl people, you have like Beyonce, Bruno Mars. Yeah. It's like Kendrick, it's like...
And he made it all about Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have performed Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, you know, all of his classics, like the ADHD stuff. Like, it's just, he didn't do it. He obviously wanted to make it about him, and whatever. In my opinion, it is what it is. And in my opinion, like, I think Drake won that beef, because the rap battle, because it's like, obviously Kendrick made the hit song, The Not Like Us, but it's all lies. He said he had a daughter, which was debunked, and then the pedophile.
People forgot about that, eh?
Right.
The daughter thing was crazy.
Like, come on, bro. It wasn't even real.
No.
Like, but people don't bring that up.
It's crazy. That's what scares me too, is because, like, I guess when you get to that level and you're so big, like, people really do just want to see you fall.
That's how it is, bro. They all
like
had,
nothing Kendrick
had it out for him.
Nothing Kendrick said was ever proven.
Nothing.
Obviously, Drake's not fucking banging underage girls.
He can get any girl he wants.
Yeah, it's like, but isn't that kind of scary too? Where it's like, when you're that big, people really want to fucking come for you.
Yeah, and it's sad because you can argue that Drake put Kendrick on. I'll never forget in 2011, I was 11 years old. I was going to this. It's called it was Would You Like a Tour, I believe. It was when he first.
I tried to go through this without pausing, but god damn. This is homie, both of these motherfuckers are like breaking a record for bad takes. The Super Bowl was not all about Drake. Yes, there was portions that were referencing the beef, letting a nigga know it's game over. I'm finna put the nail in your coffin. Yes, of course. Niggas like the suit. Why would I not reference the lawsuit? I got the biggest song in the world right now, and y'all are trying to lock it up in litigation with both of our parent labels. You're trying to bar me from performing the song, which you're not. Everybody loves the song, whether it's about you or not. Don't be mad at me, nigga. This ain't your first rodeo. So why you mad? But let's not forget, the man went out there and performed an unreleased record to open up the show. Since when is that song about Drake? The man went out there and performed Humble. I don't recall that song being about Drake. He performed DNA from one of his most successful albums. Some may argue that some lines in that song were about him, but I've never really seen a strong campaign that says so. He performed Peekaboo, which is off his new album, right? He performed TV Off from his new album, a hit from his new album. So, what y'all want him to do? Y'all wish that he would have just went back and see. This is the thing for people like Adin. He wanted to see Kendrick go back and play the old hits and do all of that other stuff, be non-confrontational, so that he could still come out and shit on the performance and say, well, why didn't you do the Drake stuff? You're scared? Drake got that boy shook. Y'all motherfuckers wanted to try to put him in a position where if he didn't acknowledge the beef in any format, y'all would say, damn, you milked it out this long. Why'd you change the strategy all of a sudden? Y'all be trying to play these fucking games. You got a Tory Lanez motherfucking t-shirt on, boy. Get your ass out of here. Let me get this shit over with.
Drop Take Care. He took Kendrick, J. Cole, ASAP Rocky, The Weeknd, all these guys on tour, gave them all a feature. French Montana, Meek Mill, all of them. And
getting back to your latest point. Okay? Taking them on tour, giving Kendrick that feature. No one can ever say that it wasn't impactful. But why? Because like when we take Kendrick Lamar situation, he wasn't just some old rinky-dink ass artist that nobody knew. He was already like the top prospect. J. Cole wanted to sign him from the moment that they met, but he didn't have the foundation for Dreamville and his business structure set up, which in hindsight, is actually a great thing that worked out. Because most artists don't excel past the person that signs them in those situations. But we see who he turned out to be. He was that person from day one. That's why Drake wanted to work with him. That's why Game wanted to work with him. Right? He was taken on tour, learned the entire touring business with Tech Nine. I know some people are going to try to discredit the whole Tech Nine thing, but Tech Nine is an independent powerhouse, one of the richest, probably the richest independent artist in hip hop. And majority of his income, at least used to come from touring. I don't know about his business structure today. So to just discount it like, oh, he went on tour with Drake, he did the feature on Take Care or whatever, just set his career in stone. No. And what about all the other people who did features on Drake's albums, right? It's not like they just went and turned into global superstars. just because they worked with him. This nigga did his own shit. Yeah, he gave him a feature on Good Kid, Mad City. Okay, yes, we know that Drake was interested in him. He saw the potential. He saw exactly what everybody else was seeing, and he attached himself to the situation, and he lended a little bit of assistance. I can't say he didn't. But let's not act like this nigga didn't go out here and work his fucking ass off. Let's not act like people are not attached to this nigga's music. Let's not act like the music that he's created hasn't superseded the Drake collaborations. Right? Before what's crazy is before the fucking Some Sexy Songs for You dropped, Drake's most popular song was Poetic Justice. With people going back and going through Kendrick's discography. So that collaboration actually turned out to be quite beneficial for homie, even as they continued to beef. His most popular song on platforms was fucking Poetic Justice. How about that for some serendipity? But I'll let homie continue.
We helped put him on, and it's like, you're doing him like this. It's all out of, I'm telling you, it's because it was all built up, obviously. We know this, and he's been number one for so long, they just try to knock him out, and that's really what it did. You can't knock him out, though. He's in Australia selling out crazy shows. He can do it anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. And this guy just dropped an album. It's amazing. And let's be real, no disrespect to Kendrick, but he has classics. He has hits. He is a legend technically, but his last album, before GNX, Mr. Morale, horrible. Drake revived Kendrick's career.
100%.
Yeah, come on. I mean,
so
how can you revive something that was never dead? Like, we're not just gonna act like niggas wasn't on Family Ties going crazy. Even in the midst of like trying to figure out what Kendrick's next move was gonna be, like, y'all gotta cut the shit, man. Let's not act like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers wasn't still platinum in the midst of people saying how much they didn't like it because of the subject matter or what have you, which is still my favorite from his discography. So it's not like he took some type of artistic step back. I think he took some giant leaps forward artistically, and the people just weren't prepared for it more than anything, but whatever. So let's get into Ray Daniels and his assessment of how Drake's been moving ever since taking an L. They say he didn't take an L. We've all actually, anybody with two eyes has known he's taken an L. And I think there's a decent amount of Drake fans out there that would objectively say he took an L, even though they love him and like him and are going to ride to the death with him. You know, I can appreciate some of those people. But again, let's hear Ray Daniels' perspective.
Seeing something new transpire in rap beef today. We got Drake suing. What do you think about that? Just the overall, what's your overall perspective?
I think this is the worst move he can ever make, and I don't think he recovers from this. And I think he doesn't know that because he didn't grow up in a black household.
Damn.
So when you didn't grow up in a black household, you
not
gotta
like
understand.
us.
You don't understand how we think, right? You didn't grow up in it's like in his mind. I think he's still thinking like this is business. But I look at it like this: Drake I always said this on record. He's the cheat code. He's the greatest cheat code in rap history, right? He could say nigga, he could wear yarmulke.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. He could say nigga, he could wear yarmulke, which means that when he's with us, he get access to how we think and everything else, and he's with them, he got access. I think they revealed to him the things they do. All these individuals are pieces of shit that just predators that just want what they want. Everybody knows that. But to me, Drake, like, bro, you took an L, my nigga. Yeah. And our community is like, I would just tell him to watch Friday. Yeah. When motherfucking when John Witherspoon said, hey, bro, you fight, but you lived, and right now he got the shotgun and he looking for somebody to die. Yeah. And I'm like, nigga, we all know that you only want to kill him because you lost.
That's it.
Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, you still got nigga in you. Nigga, get up and fight like we have to. Yeah. Like for the ancestors that's still in you, bro. Like you acting like them now, and then wonder why everybody's excited playing a song celebrating you not like us. You showing us you not like us every fucking chance you get. And that's why it's working, because it's like this, dog, I'm telling you, 100 years from now, this shit gonna be studied.
Yeah.
100%.
100 years from now, they're gonna study the way Kendrick attacked Drake. Kendrick is everything Black America celebrates.
Facts.
He got a black wife. You could say I don't give a fuck. He been with us since they was kids. He love his kids. He got his niggas around. He's solid as they come. He ain't fuck nobody over. You ain't see him out here running around like Drake. Basically, what happened is that
Finished
you stayed
his
in high
deal,
school.
didn't say nothing.
You stayed in high school. Other niggas that was in your class grew up, and they called you out, and the high school kids are laughing at you now. Nigga, you weren't supposed to be in high school anyway. That's why they would say, why you 38 messing with 22-year-olds?
You hanging out at the college.
You
and
hanging
don't
out
got
at the
no
colleges.
classes.
That's my point.
And don't got no
so
classes.
to me, it was like everything Kendrick exposed of him was just who he was, and I think that really fucked with him because in our community, black women don't like lame niggas.
Hello.
One thing about black women that they don't like, you could be rich, you could be whatever, but I'm talking about lame. Oh, nigga, you literally are showing every black woman on earth that you a lame. That's not because you lost the battle, homie. That's not because you lost the battle. Everybody lose the battle. It's because of how you acted when you lost the battle. You not acting like us. Yeah. So the song becomes more significant because he's saying it and you're mad about it. I pray for Drake, but I think he's done. If he doesn't drop this lawsuit and get the music, he's done. And I honestly think he want to be done. He might drop music, but this moment takes him out of competition.
Now, again, as an objective person, do I feel like Drake is done? I can't say that, right? Because if we look at the Some Sexy Songs for You shit, I don't like the album. I think it's whack. But it's not my cup of tea to begin with, right? The Give Me a Hug record, I don't think the context of that title and what that represented works in his favor in any type of way. It kind of harkens to Ray Daniels' point of the high school shit. Give me a hug ass niggas ain't never prospered. But you know, that's kind of like instant gratification. Like, oh, she gave me a hug, but you really not winning. But on the same token, for a record that's not getting support from Universal, although they had to sign off on it, a record that's got Party Next Door, who's not a massive successful artist, he's got a niche following, cult following, or whatever, of people that have followed him throughout his career. He's worked with Drake, you know, he's been in the sweatshop for a long time. But for that album to hit the 250,000 margin, although it's not a glistening release in terms of Drake catalog, if you can be on a down slope, if a lot of people have turned on you, they're not liking you, they're not riding with you, you're being publicly embarrassed pretty much daily at this point, whether it be from Kendrick fans, or just like you doing it to yourself, because he does a lot of embarrassing himself as well. And you still can hit 250, which is, you know, still a nice margin above the rest of the field for first week numbers, then you can't necessarily say that person is done or cooked, right? I've kind of refrained from using that. A lot of times when I speak about Drake, I just be like, man, you're overexposed. The public is not fucking with you. It's not looking good for you, right? Because it doesn't look good for him. And I will say, if he would have taken time to focus on his music, stop doing the public antics, get his team in order, you know what I'm saying, and stop antagonizing the situation, because for whatever reason, he's got this fear of not being in the conversation. And that fear has played out to where he's exuded this like false bravado of like, I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to do corny shit. I'm going to do the air gun at the concert. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep playing into the beef. I'm going to do these records. I'm going to drop the 100 gig stuff with veiled disses and whatnot. And it's all made you look corny and whack, like you couldn't accept your loss. But you don't understand, like, if you would have just taken that time to like evolve, better yourself as a person, create some better music as an artist, a lot of the damage that's been done to you and the detriment wouldn't be there. There's still going to be people that talk about your, you know, the PDF thing or what have you, and try to like pin that on you. There's going to be people that are going to keep talking about some of the weird shit you got going on. People still questioning why you inviting 17-year-olds to hang out. I mean, I can't co-sign that. I can't say that that's okay. That's not something that I would do, especially not in like a private party setting. You know what I'm saying? I could see like having a designated area for fans, and that could be young and old. That's like hanging out like as part of a show. But on some after party shit, I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can do that. You know what I mean? And even in the intermingling of like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't wrap my head around it. And there's multiple instances of that. Keeping homies around that have trafficking charges. That's not smart, right? People in the industry would tell you to clean house of people like that pretty easily. So that's always gonna be a stain on your legacy. It just is what it is. But had you gone 0 Dark 30, went and created some, I say it all the time, got new writers, got new producers, made something refreshing, made something that put you in a light of like, okay, this is a guaranteed commercial success. This is the single, because Drake has been the singles guy for his entire career. There could have been an arc of like, okay, this is a comeback move, but he just played everything wrong. I've said this so many times. So there's that. But do I think homie is finished? I can't say he's finished. His fan base is too big. People are too curious to know what he has going on for him to be completely out of his position. But his position has definitely been damaged tremendously. Right? So that's what I got for y'all on this one. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.